Welcome to Pete's Life. This is not entertainment. This is not noise to fill the silence. This is a call to men who are tired of being weak, tired of being distracted, tired of being broken by the weight of life. The world does not need more men who complain. The world does not need more men who chase pleasure, who fold under pressure, who surrender at the first sign of struggle. The world needs men of discipline, men of strength, men who are unshakable in storm and unmovable in chaos. This is the path of Stoicism. It is not ancient philosophy locked in dusty books. It is living fire, a code of power, a way of seeing, a way of standing that has forged leaders for centuries. Marcus Aurelius ruled an empire by it. Epictetus rose from chains by it. Seneca wrote with it and faced death with dignity because of it. Now it is your turn. This is not easy. It will not comfort you. It will demand of you everything you have and more. But if you endure, if you accept this path, you will become a man that nothing can break. A man who stands tall when others fall. A man who carries within him a fortress no storm can breach. Take a breath, stand straight, and listen closely. This is the beginning. This is your training. This is Pete's Life. Chapter 1. The Call to Strength. Stand tall. You were not born to drift through life like a leaf in the wind. You were born to endure, to carry weight, to face hardship without flinching. A man who seeks comfort will be broken by life. A man who seeks strength becomes unbreakable. Understand this, life will not spare you. You will be tested. The people you love will fail you. Your body will weaken. Plans will collapse. The world will not ask for your permission before it strikes. If you wait for easier days, you will wait forever. The Stoic does not beg the world to be kind. He becomes strong enough to face it as it is. He does not complain about the storm. He becomes the rock that stands against it. This is your call to strength, to abandon excuses, to abandon weakness, to rise as a man who carries himself with discipline, dignity, and power. The nature of the battle. Your battle is not against the world. It is against yourself, against the weakness in your flesh, against the fear in your mind, against the desires that try to enslave you. Other men will fall because they cannot master themselves. They will drown in anger. They will chase pleasures until they are empty. They will complain about fate, blind to the truth that every moment of resistance was a chance to grow stronger. But you, if you choose the Stoic path, will not be like them. You will live by a code. You will stand where others collapse. The code of strength. Control what you can. Let go of what you cannot. The world belongs to chaos, but your mind belongs to you. Accept suffering. To resist pain is to multiply it. To embrace it is to master it. Live with virtue. Courage, wisdom, justice, temperance, these are your weapons. No man can take them from you. Stand calm in the storm. When others panic, you will remain composed. When others crumble, you will endure. The fire within. Do not misunderstand Stoicism. It is not emptiness. It is not coldness. It is fire-controlled. It is strength-directed. The Stoic is not without feeling. He feels deeply. But he is not ruled by emotion. He does not let anger command him, nor fear chain him, nor desire blind him. He feels, but he decides. This is your first meditation. Am I master of myself, or am I slave to my impulses? A man who cannot govern himself cannot be trusted to lead, cannot be trusted to protect, cannot be trusted to endure. Begin with yourself. Discipline your mind. Train your body. Command your spirit. The first step. Today, you must make a choice, not tomorrow, not when it is convenient. Now, do you choose the path of strength, the path of discipline, the path of unbreakable resolve? If so, then understand this. It is not a path of ease. It will demand your sweat, your patience, your endurance. But at the end of this path stands a man who fears nothing, who is shaken by nothing, who lives and dies with dignity. This is the Stoic way. This is the call to strength. Answer it. Chapter 2. Control and Acceptance. You must learn the first law of Stoicism. Some things are within your control. Most things are not. A weak man fights against everything. He curses the weather. He rages at fate. He blames other men for his failures. He spends his life trying to command the world when he cannot even command himself. A strong man knows better. He wastes no energy on what lies beyond his reach. He does not demand that fate be fair, or that others be perfect, or that life be easy. He simply asks, "What is mine to control? What is mine to endure?" The two realms divide the world in your mind, in your control, your thoughts, your choices, your discipline, your words, your actions. Beyond your control, the opinions of others, the outcome of fortune, the turning of seasons, the events of chance, the hour of your death. If it is yours, command it with strength. If it is not, accept it with calm. This is the essence of Stoic power, the folly of resistance. Understand this truth. Most suffering is born not from pain itself, but from resistance to pain. The man who breaks his arm suffers once. The man who cries, "Why me? Why now? This is unfair," suffers 1,000 times more. Do not resist what cannot be changed. If the storm comes, stand firm. If death approaches, face it. If betrayal strikes, endure it. These things are not in your hands. Your only power is how you meet them. The warrior's calm. The warrior is calm not because battle is easy, but because he accepts it fully. In the same way, the Stoic accepts life as it comes. He does not demand that the sea be still. He learns to sail in the storm. This is the practice of amor fati, the love of fate. Do not simply endure what happens. Embrace it. Love it. Say to yourself, "This too is mine. This too is part of my path. Let it forge me into something stronger." Reflection. Tonight, ask yourself, how much of my suffering comes from fighting what I cannot change? What would happen if I let go and instead mastered my response? Repeat these words when the world frustrates you. I cannot control the storm, but I control how I stand in the storm. Chapter 3. The Discipline of Perception. Every event in life is raw material. It is neither good nor bad until you decide what it means. Two men face the same hardship. One curses, despairs, and breaks. The other grows, learns, and strengthens. The difference is not in fate, it is in perception. The Stoic trains his eyes to see clearly. He does not exaggerate misfortune. He does not call inconvenience a tragedy. He does not allow his mind to be poisoned by fear. He looks at events as they are, stripped of emotion. The power of perspective. When you lose money, what happened? Simply this: coins changed hands. When you are insulted, what happened? Air passed through someone's throat. When you face death, what is it? The ending that comes to every man, the natural close of the play. Perception is power. Control how you see, and nothing can master you. Turning burden into fuel. The Stoic says, "The obstacle is the way." Hardship is not to be avoided, it is to be used. The fire grows brighter when wood is thrown into it. In the same way, your spirit grows stronger when difficulty is cast upon it. Ask not, "Why me?" Ask instead, "How will this forge me?" Practice. Each day, take a moment to reframe one difficulty. The rude man is your teacher in patience. The delay in your plans is your lesson in endurance. The loss of comfort is your chance to grow stronger. What others see as curses, you will see as training. This is how a man becomes unbreakable, not by escaping hardship, but by turning it into fuel. Chapter 4. The Discipline of Action. Words mean little, thoughts fade, only action has weight. The Stoic is not a man who speaks of virtue, he lives it. When he promises, he keeps his word. When he sees injustice, he stands against it. When he is tempted, he chooses restraint. Action is the measure of a man. The 4 virtues. Every act of yours must be guided by 4 pillars. Courage, to face fear, hardship, and death itself. Justice, to treat others with fairness. not favoring yourself at the expense of what is right. Temperance, to govern your desires, so that food, lust, and drink never govern you. Wisdom, to act not blindly, but with thought and truth. If you live each day by these virtues, you will walk the path of the unbreakable. The test of action. Do not ask, "What do I feel like doing?" Ask, "What is right to do?" The weak man waits for motivation. The Stoic acts from principle. Even if his body aches, he rises. Even if he is tempted, he resists. Even if the crowd mocks, he stands alone. This is the discipline of action, to do what must be done, without excuse, without delay. Chapter 5. The discipline of will. There will be times when you cannot act, when every choice is stripped from you, when life deals its hardest blows, sickness, betrayal, loss, death. Here, the Stoic faces the ultimate test, not action, but will. The fortress within you cannot command the storm, but you can command yourself. You cannot stop the arrow, but you can choose how you bear the wound. The discipline of will is the ability to say, "This I cannot control, but I will not bow. I will not be broken. I will endure." Seneca wrote, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." How many men destroy themselves by rehearsing pain that has not come? They drown in tomorrow's fears while standing in today's calm. The Stoic rejects this. He lives in the present moment, the only place where strength exists. Endurance as victory. The world expects you to collapse under pressure, to complain, to beg, to curse fate. When you do not, when you endure with calm, with quiet strength, you win. Your will becomes your crown. Your endurance becomes your glory. And hardship, instead of breaking you, becomes the fire that tempers your steel. Chapter 6. The power of death and memento mori. You will die. Say it without flinching. Whisper it each morning. Memento mori. Remember, you must die. This is not meant to terrify you. It is meant to awaken you. Most men live as if they have endless time. They waste hours as if they were eternal. They argue, gossip, envy, hoard, delay their dreams. They act as though tomorrow is guaranteed. It is not. Death as teacher. To remember death is to sharpen life. It reminds you, do not delay courage. Do not withhold love. Do not waste today waiting for someday. Marcus Aurelius, Emperor of Rome, faced death daily and wrote, "Do not act as if you were going to live 10,000 years. Death hangs over you. While you live, while it is in your power, be good." Freedom from fear. When you embrace death as part of life, fear loses its grip. The worst that can happen, the end of your days, is no enemy at all, but nature's law. And if you can face death with dignity, what in life could ever break you? This is the paradox. Only the man who accepts death is truly alive. Chapter 7. Detachment from desire. Desire is the chain that enslaves the modern man. He believes freedom is getting what he wants, but true freedom is needing less. Money, pleasure, fame, none of these are evil. But the moment you depend on them, you are owned. They pull your strings like a puppet master. The Stoic approach to wealth and pleasure. If fortune blesses you, accept it, but hold it lightly. If fortune abandons you, let it go without grief. Wealth, women, applause, these may come and go, but your character remains. Epictetus, once a slave, became freer than kings because he desired little. He said, "Freedom is the only worthy goal in life. It is won by disregarding things that lie beyond our control." The test of desire. Ask yourself, if this were taken from me tomorrow, would I collapse? Or would I remain whole? The Stoic practices gratitude but prepares for loss. He enjoys blessings, but he does not need them. He rules his desires. They do not rule him. That is true kingship. Chapter 8. Relationships and brotherhood. No man is an island. You are not called to live only for yourself. A Stoic is strong, but his strength radiates outward, to his family, to his brothers, to his people. the reality of others. Do not be surprised when men lie, when they betray, when they act selfishly. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself each morning, "Today you will meet ungrateful, arrogant, deceitful, jealous, and surly men. When you expect this, you cannot be disillusioned. Their flaws do not shatter you. They simply confirm what you already know about human nature." The Stoic duty. Yet, knowing this, you still choose to serve. You choose to lead. You choose to correct with patience, to love with strength, to inspire by example. A Stoic leader does not cut himself off from men because they are imperfect. He becomes the example they can rise toward. He treats others not as they are, but as they could be. That is brotherhood. That is leadership. Chapter 9. Building the Stoic Fortress. Philosophy must become muscle and habit. Daily practice is the cement that hardens your foundation. Without it, words remain fragile. With it, you become unshakable. The 3 daily disciplines. Morning reflection. At dawn, remind yourself of what lies in your control and what does not. Prepare your mind for the trials of the day. Journaling. At midday or evening, write down your thoughts, your victories, your failures. Without seeing yourself clearly, you cannot rule yourself. Evening reflection. Before sleep, measure your day against the virtues. Ask, did I live with courage, justice, temperance, and wisdom? Physical discipline. The Stoic does not neglect the body. A weak body tempts the mind toward weakness. Train your flesh as you train your spirit. Lift iron, endure discomfort. Sharpen your endurance. Let your body become a reflection of your inner will. Brick by brick, habit by habit. This is how you build the fortress that no storm can breach. And so, my brother, here we stand. You began this journey perhaps searching for answers, perhaps searching for strength. But I will tell you this, the strength you seek is not out there. It is already within you. The Stoics did not build their power on titles, riches, or the applause of the crowd. They built it in the silence of their own hearts, by mastering themselves, by enduring when others broke, by standing tall when the world bowed. You have heard the lessons, you have felt the weight of these words. But remember, wisdom is nothing without action. So tomorrow, when life tests you, when anger rises, when desire tempts, when fear claws at your chest, recall this moment. Recall what you have heard here. Choose the harder path. Choose the path of strength. Choose the path of the unbreakable man. And if these words struck something inside you, if you felt the fire awaken, then stay with us. This is just the beginning. Pete's life is more than a channel. It is a brotherhood, a place where men are called higher, where we forge the discipline, the courage, and the wisdom to lead in a world that desperately needs leaders. So subscribe, stand with us, and let us walk this path together. Because the world does not need more men who complain, who fold, who fall. The world needs unbreakable men. And that, my brother, is who you are becoming.